Hey guys, Spirited AO here with ProductiveGamer.com, and today we're going to be downing Oryx, hard mode of course, and basically to start the Oryx fight, you just walk to the front there, generate that orb, or get near that orb to start the fight. Oryx pops up in front of you. Oryx will not do damage to you. You don't have to worry about doing damage to him. Don't really worry about him at this point. There's going to be ads that are going to spawn to the left and to the right hand side. Now, if you have a way to generate orbs here for supers, such as Tether, right here you'll see these Titans. They just pop a bubble and do melee damage to generate orbs. Any kind of way to generate orbs is nice. And what we did, we assigned a person numbers 1 through 4. You're going to have knights pop up here. Just make sure to drop the knights. And this is all happening on the front side, by the way. No action in the back. So we assigned a person, we assigned 4 different people, not the runner, numbers 1 through 4, and that's the rotation they'll jump up in on the platform. The platforms are very similar to the daughters in the fact you're trying to get an orb. You're going to start every time where Oryx slams his fist, which is right there. The runner is not random. He's the first one up on the platform. You see I was the first one up. Now number 1 jumps on his platform, and every time platform is jumped up onto, an ogre is created next to that platform. Now we're doing the no knight strategy. So we have 2 titans, or a titan and another person up top, and basically they're damaging the ogres. So I've got the orb there. Now you're not going to kill the ogres while you're up top, and the people on the platforms are not doing any damage whatsoever. Now you see there's a knight that spawned right there. I had to drop down and take that knight's buff from him, which grants immunity. So once we do that, I get up top on this platform where the Titan and one other person have been standing the whole time, the number 4 person. Alright, we're going to shoot Oryx. His chest opens up right after he slams, and if you do not kill him in time, he will kill you. So you have to do enough damage there to stagger him. Alright, and then the ogres there, we just finished dropping them off. I'll explain them a little more in detail this time around. But each person needs to go stand where the ogre died. There's a black orb. You need to go stand next to it. Persons 1 through 4 will do that. And once they do that, they will detonate their orb. And in the bottom left-hand corner, it'll say so-and-so detonated. And then they just run back to the middle. And that's how you're ultimately going to damage Oryx. So at this phase, you're going to, after doing the orbs, exploding the orbs on him, Oryx is just going to drop bombs underneath your feet, so you just got to continue to run. And basically 1 through 4, they just go to their platforms, run circles around their platforms, and then the runner and the other, the extra person, they can jump up on the platforms where we're at here, or whatever be the case. So, all right. So after the bombs have exploded up underneath our feet, we move on to the second, basically just the rinse and repeat of the second phase here. So you can see up there we got 2 people, the number 4 person and the Titan up top on top of that platform. And once again, they're shooting ogres. So when we jump up here, I'm going to grab runner again. And the number 1 person jumps up. Now there's an ogre that spawned right beneath me there. The people up top, the number 4 guy and the preferably Titan for a bubble, is damaging the ogres. Once again, the people on the platforms are not damaging the ogres at all. They are sitting down, not to grab aggro from the ogres. Once they do that, once they get all the ogres pretty low, then they stop shooting, because basically what's going to happen is if an ogre dies, a knight spawns. Now when the knight spawns, he can run and scoop up the orbs that you're trying to detonate to damage Oryx, taking away potential damage from Oryx. So it took me a little longer to get up here. You can see the crew's up here. Oryx has opened up. We've all started shooting them. We ended up staggering them there. So you can see these ogres, see how they drop, and see those the two balls there. Those are what you're standing next to try and get them to detonate. And basically all you have to do is stand next to them. There's a black ring that spawns around beneath them. You just need to stand in that ring until on the bottom left-hand corner you can see all those detonated at corrupted light popping up there. And as soon as they detonate the corrupted light, they run back to their back to the center here, where I have the debuff to keep you from dying. If you don't make it back to the center after detonating, you will die. So after you get Oryx below half health, and if you did everything right, you should have him below half health after the first run, or the second run rather. You're gonna go back to the center where ads are gonna spawn again. knights are up on each platform, and now there's a bubble. Do not touch that bubble. That bubble will kill you if you do touch it. Oryx will randomly teleport people inside to where you'll fight a shadow of Oryx. I just got ported in there, and basically you need to kill this guy before a timer runs out, and he will end up killing you if you don't kill him in time. So for the most part, he stands outside the bubble. He will charge in occasionally, which he just did there, and he'll slam his sword down. You just want to get away from him, and you just need to look out for him. You'll see he spawns there, and you're just going to want to do damage to him just as quick as you can. Alright, once we do that, you're going to go back outside. There's no more bombs underneath your feet. Just going to be another rinse and repeat. He's going to come smash a platform. You're going to start at that platform and just continue to run the sequence. So once again, the people assigned through platforms 1 through 4, they're also responsible for getting their ogre's orb detonated. So it just makes life easier if you sign a 1 through 4 number. That way everyone will be familiar with where to go to grab the detonating of the orbs. That way you can maximize your damage against Oryx. Let's see, I grab it there. One other thing to mention is there's a ship that spawns right there, and that thing can hurt if you get run over by it. So just watch out for the ship. It just passes through pretty quick once the orb has been grabbed. And once the orb's grabbed, once again that knight spawns. So you're just taking the buff from that knight, granting immunity. Works over again. You just do as much damage, stagger them, help kill ogres. And we drop down in the middle every time just to make life easier to get everybody back. So once they start to detonate the orbs, you'll see in the bottom left hand corner, you'll see names of detonated and corrupted lights, and then they'll just run right back to the center. Shooting ads at this point, if you're not running to orbs, can help out with the folks running to grab orbs, because they will be running to detonate orbs, because they will be under a lot of ad aggro. You have a lot of stuff flying at them, so once again he's below half health, so he's going to create a portal there in the middle, and their weapon killing the shadow. The ads on the outside is pretty critical to get down, because if you do not, they will make their way inside the portal and eventually can kind of overwhelm the group, as they'll do damage inside the portal. Touch of Malice is obviously key here. Once you get the buff from the knight, then you are immune to damage, so that Touch of Malice is very nice to have. It'll help you maximize your damage against Oryx. You see there, I was ported in. He eventually ports all of you in, and the team's almost got him dead, so we kill him. And we're back outside, where we will rinse and repeat. We'll find another platform to slam, and hopefully this will be the last run. If you do everything right, you should be able to kill Oryx in a total of 4 rounds. When you're on the platform, and once I get the orb here, everyone on a platform should jump straight up to where the 2 people are on the platform up above, kind of where the daughters were. If you ever get in trouble like that right there as the runner, you can drop down, make sure to regain your health before jumping back out there, because those ogres can do work on you pretty quick. But basically you'll jump from your platform straight up, just like that right there, if you're on a platform, and get up to the top as quick as possible. That's why Titan is so key. You can use that shield, the bubble, to hide in, and that really helps keep you from getting shot by the ship, by the ads, by the ogres. It's just nice to have. You do minimal damage. I mean, shooting him does help a little bit, but minimal damage is really when you detonate the orbs. That's what does the most damage to him. Now if we did everything right here, we actually missed it by a sliver, so we're going to have to rinse and repeat. If you miss a detonating an orb, you should be able to detonate all 4 every round, but if you miss detonating one, it's not the end of the world. You'll just end up doing like we did here and having to run a 5th round. See, he's got his porter back in. We're going to work on damaging him. It's tough to see sometimes, so we will move around quite a bit. There you go. And that's the knight there. He'll continue to run around. You can try and get his attention so that way he doesn't go after folks trying to detonate the orbs out there. Throwing a grenade usually will cause them to duck or to crouch down, delaying them getting to the rest of your team. So we did everything right there. We finally got him destroyed. Now you do have to go. He'll pop up here at the end, and you just need to shoot him. Just do a little damage to him. And that is it. Oryx is dead. Once again, guys, I had a monitor here with ProductiveGamer.com, and I hope this video helped.